we're live in all the right places, and I think we got this right. So we're gonna put our cape on here. Let's go ahead and let's get started. Shout out in the comment section what you guys want to see me use, and we will use it. We'll be doing most of this POV. I might throw this up on the wall so I could see your comments as they come in. But we have this on YouTube, we have it on Instagram, and what's nice about these capes, they got these little clips right here. So no matter how small a kid's neck is or how big it is, usually it fits pretty good. This is one of our SC capes. And today, I suppose, why don't we just grab one of these out of the box? I don't even know if it's charged. It's been sitting here for quite a while. But this one here has a fade blade on it. And let's go ahead, we'll start removing some of the bulk with our number 2. And we'll grab one of our Johnny B combs. My guy here, he's got some pretty curly hair. And let's go ahead, let's remove some of the bulk. So I'm gonna leave some of the hair on one side, a little bit longer, so we could do our design, and we got a little bit of room to kind of mess around with that. And other than that, I'm gonna remove some of this bulk. Feels good to have this in my hand, and I haven't used this clipper in quite a while. This has an Instinct motor. This is the X Instinct, or Instinct X rather. It is basically shaped a lot like an ergo, if you guys like the ergo. And you can hear the motor power up. So I'll be quiet for a second. Listen for it. I might not look like it, but this kid's got some pretty thick hair. His dad does not. But we will use our 6-phase approach here. Those of you guys who've been keeping up my tutorials, really do appreciate you all for doing that. We just released 2 big tutorials where we crawled through every one of the 6 phases, and I show you guys kind of my whole approach to fading and the things that I do. So generally, phase 1 just means removing bulk, and phase 2 is just clipper over comb. Being that we're going to go ahead and just build a little bit of a passable connection into the top, I'm going to grab this other Johnny B comb. It's kind of skinny, and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of try to build that weight line a little better into the top. So this is kind of talked through phase 2. It doesn't mean you have to do it in order. You can kind of do the phases in any order you want. But I just use that to separate it for the teaching. So if you guys want to do me a favor, smash that thumbs up. Double tap the center of the screen. If you like these videos, we were going live an awful lot a week or so ago. And you guys were definitely reciprocating the love. And we really do appreciate you here at the YouTube Barber Academy and also at Stylecraft as well. The main sponsor of this channel. It has just really, you know, been such a great relationship with Stylecraft. They really care about the people. They care about the industry as a whole. And they're doing some pretty cool stuff. This is a little top secret right now that I can't tell you about, but all will be known about next week. All right, so for the design, I'm going to show you guys a couple little tricks to doing some designs. We'll pop one of these other ones out of the box, but for now, let's actually set in our skin line. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use our click system here. Now, what you'll notice is the Instinct X actually comes with a fade blade. So what I like to do is set this in a little bit softer. So if you guys were following the lesson from yesterday, we'll just click this back one, and we'll set in a little bit of a soft guideline. Basically, I want this to kind of come up about midway, and I'm going to curve it back down. So what are you guys' biggest struggles right now when it comes to fading, when it comes to cutting hair? Drop a comment. I'll check it in here in a second. I can put my phone up on the other holder so I could actually see, and I will flip the camera around here in a minute. So just putting in that guideline, I'm just trying to soft set it. So if you notice, when I get close to that line, I'm just kind of flicking up and out, and I will bring this right to about here, just over the occipital bone in the back. And we'll go underneath that with the trimmer. We'll clean that up, and we'll get that all knocked down. Double tap center of the screen if you guys are enjoying it. We will be using our Mr. Cartoon Rebel in his case, and I'll show you guys why in a second. We have this saber here. I've been using this saber for quite a while, but I actually have a brand new saber sitting in here, I believe. So let's actually take one directly out of the box. I'm just showing you guys exactly how these things work. Now, this saber has 4 hours of runtime, and it is a digital brushless motor. We call it the Eon motor. energy optimized noise reducing motor, and it has a stand. It comes with a stand in there, and let's just see how it's set. I'm gonna test it real quick on my skin. Hopefully the battery is good. Like I said, it's just, I'm pulling these things out of the box and I'm using them just so you guys can see, like, really there's no hocus pocus here. Like, what you get right out of the box is great to cut hair with. You don't have to worry about it. If you want to zero gap it closer, you can. As you guys can see, it's crunching right through that hair. Usually if you're gonna get a snag, especially on like kids hair, it'll be like right here where this growth pattern gets a little funny. So as you guys can see, brand new out of the box, no snagging, no pulling. Now our goal here with this is we want to flick up and out. Just get rid of all that bulk and let's bring it up to where we ended with our closed taper guideline there. So I actually have a cool little lesson for you guys. So I hope you guys lock in. If you guys struggle with doing designs, I'll show you a cool way to get a nice looking design going. And if you're going to ask me right now, like what it is I'm going to do or what it's going to look like, I would love to know myself, but I don't. So we're just going to do a cool freestyle, freestyle design. So as you guys can see, his hair is pretty thick, guys. I mean, that's a number 2. And when you're left with that much hair there as a number 2, you know the guy's got thick hair if he's got that going on for sure. So still keeping with our phase 1. Phase 1 just means to remove bulk. I think almost all of you guys who are watching this right now would be able to do that. Now I have my choice of electric shaver right here. I could be using my Instinct, or I could be using my Rebel, which this is the Mr. Cartoon edition. And I'm going to choose the Mr. Cartoon edition because we don't have a lot of skin to do, but also this motor runs a little bit slower. And being that I'm just trying to kind of blend out that section a little bit, I think it's actually going to be the one that I want to pick in this case. Now his hair is pretty thick and I definitely could do it with the Instinct, but sometimes I just like making things easier on myself. You don't always need the horsepower of the Ferrari. Sometimes you just want to cruise. Sometimes you just want to make things easy on yourself. So we will do that today, here and now. And as you guys can see, this will take the hair all the way down to nothing. Really appreciate you coming in here and sitting for a haircut, my man, because these guys wanted to get their haircut on Saturday. They popped in Saturday. It was super busy. And I was like, dude, I remember your hair. Your hair was awesome. Like, I want to do this, I want to do this live for the people. So I'm a man of the people. All right. Let's see if we could get one of these guys to bring me one of these blowers, because that's the one thing I didn't bring back here. Yo, can one of you guys grab me that blower? I'm kind of live with like a bunch of people. The blower. Shh. Grab me Johan's to knock the hair off him. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. You guys about to see Big Chad. Chad did not look happy I asked for that. Chad is not happy I asked for that. Look at him. I'm just joking. I was trying to figure out what you're talking about. I'm just joking. You know you got some resting bitch face sometimes. I was just trying to. It's funny. All right. This is a tool that I really don't want to go without, like, ever. I mean, it just makes things so easy. I got the rest of the live going on right here. I should actually be checking your comments right here. I could actually see them. So if you guys drop some comments in here, I'll be able to see them. So, all right. Here we go, guys. A lot of people like to spray the design that they're going to do with like hairspray and stuff like that. And I do too sometimes. But in this case, I'm just going to try to see how well do these trimmers cut. Brand new, out of the box, not set, not nothing. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a cool little line. So we'll just start by coming up, just dragging the corner, come back down. Let's see if I can get you to sit up real tall, because I ain't got much room to work with over there. All right, so once we got this, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to come back a little bit. And whenever I do designs, like, I'm just trying to knock out, like, just a little bit of hair. I don't really need to get it all super perfect just yet. Next, I'm going to come here. I'm going to go right from the bottom. I'm going to create kind of like a big shape. And keeping with my plan here, I'm going to have you just kind of lean forward a touch. There we go. That's good. I got a little more room. All right. And what I'm going to do here is just kind of decide where the hair stops being super thick. So I kind of got like a couple of big shapes here. And just for fun, we can kind of edge this up a little bit so you can kind of see. Straight out of the box, man. These things hitters. They hitters right out of the box. Watch the corner. If I was really doing a normal edge up, that's pretty clean right out of the box, guys. So kind of just imagine some large shapes. And for now, we'll just leave the rest of that. We'll see what we're going to do there in a second. They're not scratching you, are they?
No.
And they're gentle. How about that? So we got a couple big shapes going here. I think for this one, all right. Now that I got a couple big shapes going, let's start having some fun. And let's start making something out of this. So what I kind of like to do once I got the big shapes going is I like to kind of try to cut into them in just different ways. So we'll do this cut right here. We're going for like a cool, big and bold looking design. There's two sides to the line and we will get that nice and sharp. Now I kind of see this line would be cool if it was really sharp and pointy. Right here, let's see how thick we can, because I don't really want to cut into this if it's not super thick, so I'd almost rather see what kind of edge up we can put on this. Combing that hair down and letting it get into the trimmer blade. Double tap that thumbs up, man, if you guys are enjoying what we're doing here. Not a lot of people want to do stuff like this live. We're just having fun. And we're going to give my man a real cool looking design. All right, that's cool. So now I'm actually going to go back the other way. I'll cut into my line this way now. Now we're going to go back to and we will fade around a little bit. So one of the reasons why I left this hair super long on this side was because I wanted to see what it was that I was going to need, what I didn't want to cut off yet. And I kind of like the way that's looking right there, guys. I mean, that's not bad for just the first pass and no razor. So we'll flip this upside down. Tapping our way around, guys. Right here, I can kind of see a cool little shape developing. We will kind of try to end our design a little bit right here. I'm thinking I might need to take that down just a touch right there. Let's see if we can do anything right here. Usually this part of the hairline is kind of hard to do something in here. So might wind up taking this off. But if we can do something, we will. We will go back with a little bit of color, and we'll make it look real cool. All right, what do we think about the design so far, you guys? Checking that out. Whoa, dude. He's liking it. He's liking it. All right, we got a winner right here. All right, we got 90 people up in the room on YouTube. I'm not sure how many people have joined us on the Instagram. I can't see it, but hopefully that is still live. Kind of just reminded myself, too, that we got a lot of other people watching us. Those of you guys who are watching us on the YouTube Barber Academy, you guys can also be watching us on the Stylecraft Instagram page. So, all right, now I think it's time that we soften this design up a little bit. If you guys would like to see a different clipper, let me know. Maybe we switch over to a Saber 2, which maybe we don't. I take that out of the box already? It's somewhere. We can switch over to a Metal Instinct. Got brand new Metal Instinct right here. And what this one does, this one actually reduces noise and vibration. And it feels just super smooth. It has a vapor blade, which is going to make fading super easy. And let's go ahead and let's start to detail some of the elements of this design now. So what I kind of see would be cool is if I fade this off so that way it can kind of go into the rest of the haircut cool. So let's see if we can fade this line up a little bit. This bottom part where it gets a little thin, I'm thinking if I fade that, I might actually be able to salvage that spot. That'd be really cool to be able to keep that. And this very bottom line, we definitely want to make sure we reduce some of the weight with that. However, I'll keep it thick right there, and I'll keep it thick right there. That seems like that'd be a pretty cool way to kind of tie our design in. So I'm going to have you lean forward just a touch. Right there. And we're going to go ahead with an open taper. And we're going to start kind of trying to chip into this and fade this out. Just with the open taper, and I'm going to begin kind of closing it. And I'll begin kind of flicking that corner into there. Let's see if we can clean that line up just a tiny bit more. And then I think we are on to something, guys. I think we're on to something. Go back to the bone stock. Tip it this way a little bit. Yeah. It's a tough spot to get to for a trimmer, but we got it. We got a cool thing going. So let's start working on our fade. We'll come back. We'll detail our design a little bit more. Give me a minute to think about what I want to do next. I can kind of almost see like probably fading this down a little bit more on the top. I think that would look pretty cool. And maybe we'll add to it. Maybe we won't. But look at our blend in the back where we got that connected. That blend actually came out pretty easy for a pair of clippers I just took out of the box, right? Not bad. So maybe we'll add a little bit to it, but let's go ahead and let's start working on the rest of this blend. Okay, so let's go back to where we are for a second. We got phase one, got 118 people up in the room. Really do appreciate you all. If you guys are dropping comments, I'll check them here in just a second. But phase one just means to remove all bulk. So removing the bulk means setting in the skin line, using the electric shaver, and setting myself up for success. So now we can blend this, and we're going to move into our phase three. Let me check some of these comments, see what you guys are saying. What up, Desmond? Appreciate you, man. Brandon, appreciate you, man. Gamma Pro, the live is dope. We're not seeing it on Instagram. The full stream is not working. He said, pretend you messed up. He said, I told the doctor. I ain't even saying none of this stuff. He said, what kind of brush is this? The SC brush? Appreciate you guys all for contributing in the comments. So, all right, we're going back to POV, guys. I can't see the comments, but if you drop them, I'll check it out. Double tap the middle of the screen. I would love to get 100 likes going in this. Obviously, it's not easy to do stuff like this. So, you know, we do appreciate you for jumping in here. So let's go ahead and talk about what we're doing real quick. We're going to take our taper blade. We're going to open our taper blade, and we're going to flick up and out at it. And all I'm really trying to do right now, create a little bit of a guideline. Now, these clippers are not zero gapped. I literally just took them out of the box. I've never even used them before. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to just kind of flick up and out, kind of creating a guideline that's roughly about the width of a finger. I'm not flipping you guys off, at least not all of you. So right now, you guys can see how easy that blend came together like crazy quick. But we're not even done with that part yet. I'm going to move on to the next step. I'll leave that bottom line, and let's work right here. And the way we will do that is by using a number 1 double magnetic. I got the 360 GZ tight guards here. We'll go 2 clicks, 1, 2. And we're going to go ahead and kind of just use our corner now. And hopefully we can start building a good connection into the top and we don't leave ourselves a whole lot more work. Yesterday I was kind of talking about, you know, making sure that you have some type of system on one hand, but also making sure that you're willing to throw it out the window when you need to. So basically what I'm saying by this is everybody's got a plan so they get punched in the mouth, Mike Tyson. So when I go into that with the 2 clicks, if that's not doing what I needed to do, quickly you see me adjust, open the clipper up a little bit further, and then go ahead and close it a little bit. You know, so have some rules, but also know kind of when it's time to break them. The only, like, the real best barber tool you got, guys, and the only system you should be following is that which your eyes present. You know, my eyes are telling me where to go and what to do. And that's when you need to know, like, you know, okay, number 1's not doing it. Open it up a little bit. That might not be doing it. Close it up a little bit. But that actually did a lot of good for us. So we got a little bit right there. And I think it might be possible that we build our connection into the top the rest of the way with this 1.5 guard open. 159 people in the room. We really do appreciate you guys. Double tap the middle of the screen if you guys are enjoying the content. If you like content like this, we'll go live all the time, guys. We'll go live all the time. We'll do this stuff all the time for you. You guys could see how we just took a fade and we tied it into a design and we left the hair a little bit longer on that left side. And when we're done, you guys are going to see we're going to tie it in with some color. We're going to use a straight razor and we're really going to make it look cool. All right, so that 1.5 did a great job of getting us into the top. We have a little bit of residual right here. And as you train your barber eye, like, don't worry, guys, if you're not seeing some of this stuff, if you're like, yo, that's kind of crazy, I'm not seeing it, it looks good, in time, you will be able to see it. So I got my half guard on. Be honest, I haven't been cutting with the Metal Instinct for a while. I've been using the 360 GZ a ton, and they're pretty close, guys, in kind of the way they feel. Both metal, both feel good. But it's kind of nice to use this one for a little bit. So with the half guard on, we're going to click it 2 clicks. 1, 2. So close it all the way. 1, 2. And that's usually where I like to start. And I'm using my eyes to guide me. If we need to, we'll open it. Like right there, I'm thinking like it might be a little risky that I keep chipping into that. So I'll open it a touch. Or we might close it a little bit. Let our eyes kind of guide us on where we need to go. Double tap the middle of the screen, man. If you guys want to support the channel, help your boy out, because YouTube does not really love when I do tutorials. They mostly want me to do reviews. You know, that's the content that does the best on my channel. This is how I feed my family, guys. If I was selling kidney bean flavored ice cream with broccoli on top and nobody was buying it, I have to change the formula, right? So, you know, at the end of the day, I got to do what works. But if you guys show love in the comment section, if you double tap the thumbs up, just double tap the middle of the screen. That means I can do more of this, and this is really where my heart's at. I really love teaching. I really love doing tutorials. I really love doing stuff like this. So, all right, we got our final line to get out, and most of the line did just come out because we did soft set this guideline. So now we'll go, I'm going to go like 1 or 2 clicks up here and just see what effect that has. Now, right now, I'm kind of listening to the clipper. I want to know if it's cutting. So if I have my Echo Crunch blade, which is the blade that you get on the 360Gs, you listen to it. Now, I'm not so sure how that's coming through on the camera, but with the Echo Crunch blade, I can hear it, and I could also hear it with the Instinct, but this is definitely a lot louder. It's a lot more noticeable. I could definitely tell when I'm cutting and when I'm not, when I'm using this Echo Crunch blade. So that fade right there is starting to come out pretty good. Now, let's go ahead and do whatever little cleanup we got to do right here on the back. It's probably just a little bit. It's probably not too bad. I was taking a couple swipes back here, but honestly, I couldn't see it that well with the way I had them turned with the light. We got a light directly behind us. I'm probably standing in the light sometimes, so for that, I apologize. But, you know, going live and doing this stuff, guys, sometimes it's a little tricky. If you notice with the half guard on, you still hear the crunch. And I actually think that looks pretty good, guys. We're getting close to completing our blend, which means that we can go back to doing some artwork here in a minute. 135 people in the room. We would love to get 100 thumbs up. Just double tap the middle of the screen. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you like the cut. So you guys been pretty active in the chat section. He said for $1,000, we'll shave his head bald. And me and him will split it. We'll split the money. He's laughing. He's like, no, would $1,000 be enough, bro, to shave your head bald? Yeah. Me and you split it, $500 a piece. Yeah. So somebody drops a super chat for $1,000. You get 500, I get 500. Actually, YouTube takes 33%. But I still give you the 500 because you'd be the one with the bald head. Hell, I'd do it too. $2,000, I'd do it too. Man, he's got some nice hair, don't he? This hair is so cool. Wait till we use a little bit of shear over comb. We'll dial that right in, guys. Ooh, I just noticed you guys are a little low. All right. So let's go back over here and let's see what we could do with our design. So I'm thinking like, let's fade this piece right here. Man, his hair is so damn thick that I could literally do this with an open taper. Fade that in a little bit. That's kind of cool. Maybe even fade the tip of this in a little bit. Going back the other way. A little reverse fade in action there. I'm thinking up in here, let's get that knocked down just a tiny bit more. So we'll grab the 1.5 now. See, like when you're doing designs too, you got to be paying attention to like, one, how much room do I really got? You know, I don't have a ton of room. And two, how thick is the hair in the area that I plan on putting in that design, you know? So those two things, you know, you gotta be thinking about that stuff a little bit. Because if you try to start making really, you know, sharp details that are really fine in some of the areas, it's going to be pretty tough to make it look good. All right. I think we could clean up these lines just a touch. For those of you guys who are joining now, literally just pulled this one straight out of the box and we started cutting hair with it. That's pretty much all we've done. See if we can sharpen this one up a touch. I'm almost thinking this would be kind of cool if I expand this design just a tiny bit right here. Yeah, that set it off right there. I think that set it off right there. Woo! So you guys see how I kind of started just with like a big shape, and I just started kind of chopping into it little by little, and getting it to like where we have it right now. You know, I started really like this was like the line I sort of started it on, and once I made some big shapes, then I was able to kind of go in there, sort of cut into them a little bit, and you know, kind of make this be, you know, just something neat, something different, something cool. I love breaking the rules, guys. Like, it seems like I've been cutting hair since 2003, and it seems like so much of the time is spent, make sure you don't take too much, make sure you don't do this, make sure you don't do that. That's why it's so fun doing designs for me personally. We're using a little bit of these Johnny B products, man. We're going to use a little bit of the shave cream. I don't know if it's got a thing. I've never even opened this particular one yet, but we'll use this because we're going to shave them up a little bit. I'll be using my Ghost razors here, which you can get Ghost razors from Fort Worth Barber Supply. And it's just a personal choice. I really love that. We already got 2,900 viewers, guys. Sorry, I scared you a little. But that thing is pretty powerful, man. It is pretty powerful. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of this shave cream, and we're going to shave them. And hopefully we don't have no issues here. But this is coming together really cool. I'm hoping his dad doesn't freak out. He's going to be like, oh, my God, you got a crazy looking hair. What do you think he's going to say, bro?
I don't know.
He said, I don't know, dude. Well, the good news is if it turns out that we need to get rid of this, you know, next week, whatever, wear it for a little bit, you come back. I did it low enough where we could fade this out. So if it really becomes a problem. But he did say do whatever you want, but I'm not sure he knew who he said that to. I'm just saying. So the kids being brave, guys, double tap the middle of the screen for that at least. I need to grab a towel and one other thing. Let's see what the other guys are up to, y'all. You guys behave. We're live right now. You behave.
Oh, man.
You behave. All right, I'm learning Spanish, guys. Y'all see it? What do we got here? I need a towel, and I need my Q-tips. What are we doing over here? Did you say starving? I thought he said we're starving over here. Oh, you know what? Let's grab this light, too. I'm a sucker for lights. It's one of my favorite. Okay, we're good. We'll put this light over here, and we're ready to take action. And if you guys want any of the stuff you guys see featured here, you guys can go ahead. You can use my code, Eddie, and you can save some money off of your Gamma or Stylecraft order. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's shave them up. And I'll figure out what we're going to do at the top in a second. So we'll start right here. Literally just do my lines in order. Now, I'm actually reducing pressure a lot on the razor, and I want to make sure that I'm getting some good slippage. Now, if you're not, you guys can always take one of the water bottles here. Sorry, I know it's a little miserable. Spray them a little bit, and you can make some really, you know, sometimes you could get it sliding again. So it's a little easier, guys, with the razor to kind of do some of this stuff sometimes. Sometimes you want to make like a small adjustment to your design. Sometimes it's easier to use just use the corner of the razor. So right now I'm kind of focusing on the heel of the razor. I'm stretching his skin with my thumb above, and we're able to get some really sharp looking lines, which, to be honest, they were already pretty sharp. They look pretty good, but boy, when you shave them, it's a whole nother level of cool in my mind. So I can see he's got a little bump there, so I'm going to avoid that. Feeling with my finger, just for any bumps or abrasions, always a good move. And I'm gonna try to go around that thing. There we go. It's kind of fun doing these, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys do designs? Drop a comment. I'll check your guys' comment here in a second. Matter of fact, being that it's not working on the other thing, I could actually just put you guys up here for a second. Let's flip it this way. Oh, there we go. My bad. My bad. I hit the mute button and I was talking all kind of trash. You missed it. All right, so we're back. You guys are all such nice people, and I must have hit mute when I put it in the holder, guys. My bad. But we're about to spray them up with some cool color. Let me tip you way over here. I'm sorry. I know this isn't the greatest part. I know this isn't the most comfortable, but I didn't want to put my man on the booster. You know what I mean? He came in here looking good. Ooh, we getting it. We getting it. All right, so let's make sure that I still got a little bit of slippage to the razor back here, because right here, hair's pretty thick right there. So I only really got that last little section to follow up with the razor, and you guys will see kind of how this all starts to come together. So I'm gonna have you kind of lean forward just a touch, sit up real tall. Sit up real tall. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for letting me know. I'm glad I didn't let it go too long, because we had like 150 people in there, and I think my audio went, and they went with it. You guys who stayed, give yourself a clap on the back, y'all. Yeah. Now let's see, this little spot right here, I'm gonna have you turn your head this way and down. Little spot right here. I knew this was gonna be a tough place to try to put any of my design, but I also knew that if I could keep it, I thought it would look kind of cool. So we did our best to try to keep that little spot. I actually kind of like it. Yeah, that's cool. I'm not even gonna really like, what I could do if I wanted to get in there, I'll do one more time that. So what I could do if I really wanted to get in there, with the tip of the razor, there's just such a high chance that I would cut them if I did it in this case. So I'm gonna skip that part, and that's it, bro. Says the rapture is upon us, huh? All right. Let's hope it ain't today. Let's hope I can finish this haircut first. All right, we'll come this way now. I'm gonna try to grab myself a little bit of a spot to hold on to here. I could get a little pressure, and because we're going up directly against the grain, gotta be real careful here. You don't have to put a ton of pressure. That looks way better to me. And we like what we got going on here. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Prime time in the house. Let's go. My man. Double tap the thumbs up for my man Prime Time. He's got a new four-wheeler. Let's go. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's cut the top of his hair. I'll give the designer a break for a minute. Give him a break for a minute on that. We're getting close to the end of the haircut. His hair is really curly. I feel like it's also a little long for you, bro. You want to cut this down a little bit, right? What do you think, bro? Want to take this top down a little bit? You like it long?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just take it on. We'll take it down a little bit, and we could do a little bit of this with scissors. I'm just kind of shaping this with a little shear over comb to just kind of blend that in there. And let's actually check our design. So what is the best guard to use? The best guard to use is the one you need for the situation you're trying to, fix. Little shear over comb here. Polish up our blend some. Could actually use our texturizing shears right there a little bit. Oh, I see what you're saying, like the brand, yeah. Personally, I really love using the double magnetic tight guards. They're very secure on the clipper. I think they're really easy to blend with. I actually use a little bit of a mixture of the dub guards. I'll show you guys real quick. These are the older dub guards. They actually leave the hair a little bit longer. And then these are the tight guards. So they cut a little bit closer. So I actually like using this one, like towards the end when I'm gonna get into the details. The longer teeth on the blade, and actually they're a little bit longer than that other guard that I just used. So sometimes it's like the perfect little step in between two, and then other times, most of the time I'm able to just use my tight guards for like everything. But using the 360 Jeezy here, real easy to kind of hear what it's doing, and if I'm getting it, cut to the length that I want it to be cut to. All right, I like that. Let's go ahead. Let's finish up the top. We can come back. We can hit some of them details afterwards. What we're gonna do here, let's put this straight. Okay, straight as we can. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit here. Boom, looking sharp, kid. I know you guys are a little crooked. It is what it is, guys. But all right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go from the middle. We're gonna make a little bit of a mohawk guideline. And if you guys notice, I've been cutting hair this whole time with these gloves here. These gloves are the 2-ply gloves. Pretty good chance that I nip the glove when I'm doing this, especially with curly hair. But we created a little bit of a mohawk guideline. If you guys need a better explanation for this light is bright as hell, so I'm gonna turn this down. If you guys need a better explanation for this, watch my video from yesterday. But essentially, there's my guide, and here's where I'm cutting. I'm gonna go straight out to the edges. But I'm really only trying to focus right next to my guideline, right there. You got a lot of hair, bro. Sheesh. You could give somebody 3/4 of your hair and still have more hair than most people. Kid's got nice hair, you can't deny it. Wish I had hair like this. Shoot, I ain't got hardly much hair left. But I did compensate for the beard. I did a little extra, grow it out on the beard. So where can I find the video from yesterday? Just click on my channel, go to videos, and you'll see the videos. Like if you click on videos, you'll see the videos in order from anybody, not just me, but you'll see the videos the most recent video. Literally from yesterday. It's 30 minutes long. It's a really good lesson, and it's been pretty well received by you guys. So I appreciate you. If you guys keep rocking with my tutorials, maybe you won't see as many reviews. So I would love that, honestly. I got a bunch of tutorials that are in the hole, ready to go, and I can't wait to share them with you guys. All right, it was a little bit better there. What I'm doing now, guys, I'm just gonna wet this down, and we'll do kind of like our final details for the fade. I think we need to line him up in the front. And while I got him facing this way, let's go ahead and let's do that. So if I was out there, I probably would put a little bit of hairspray in here just to kind of hold it still because his hair is super curly. But let's do it this way. And we will just kind of hold these bangs back and out of the way a little bit. I got this actually fully closed. And hopefully I'm not standing in front of the camera too much. I'm a big fan of like doing a natural edge up. I don't really like to push people back much at all if I can avoid it. So knock those hairs down a little bit. And we will get into just from the middle. This is the pair of trimmers that I just pulled out of the box, so you guys can see this hair is wet. There's been no trickery, and you guys can see that these are still cutting quite well. They're hitting, guys. You don't have a pair of sabers, these have been pretty popular. These are probably one of the best selling, definitely the best selling trimmer for Stylecraft, but also probably one of the best selling trimmers in the industry right now. So many people have these. I mean, a lot of the guys out there, the rest of the shop, they're using these. These are probably my favorite trimmers I've ever had. They're quiet and they're gentle. Come up a tiny bit more on this side. Off an angle with it till I get it perfect. I'm gonna use my mirror real quick. Check them in the mirror. Because you guys are sitting there on a crooked cell phone, so you can't really see it as good as I can. But we do gotta come up just a tiny bit more right here. You can hear these things crunching pretty good too. Things looking pretty slick, dude. I don't know why, man, but like when you do an edge up and you get it just right, it just seems to bring the whole haircut kind of out in a way that, you know, I don't know, you know, like some parents, they'll be like, oh, don't do an edge up. And then when they see you do the edge up, they're like, oh, that actually looks great. I love the way that looks. You know, a lot of people don't even see their kids with the edge up until afterwards. Then they're like, well, we're doing that every time. Just a touch. Boom. Don't scratch the forehead. These people in the comments gonna hate me. That looks great, dude. I like the edge up right there. See, we don't gotta obsess over perfection when we do the edge ups, guys. We gotta make it the best we can with the hair that we got. I'm gonna blend this front section in a little bit. No reason for this to be super long. And his hair is just like definitely very unique. You know, it's super curly. It's not super thick, and there's an awful lot of it. So this is kind of one of them deals where when you cut this, you cut it a couple different ways. There's no rules. Right now, I'm just gonna kind of go through here, get all my curls that ain't going the way I want them to. Got a pretty good room here. You guys are, for the most part, been pretty docile. I know you guys like to roast people most of the time. But let's zoom you out a little bit. Zoom you out a little bit. Yeah, right side's lower. You can tell. That's starting to look cool. When we paint the design, this thing is gonna pop out. It's gonna be real cool. We won't hit them with little bit of, I'm going to use this for some of it, and I'm also going to use, I'll probably paint some of it in. So we're going to use like a two-part approach, guys. And I just need to find one of the color cards, which or something to color with. Let's find something. Hold on a second, guys. I'll find it. Find me something. There we go. This will work. All right, I got a Stylecraft Ace piece of paper here. So what we're gonna do here, I got my gun that I plan on using right here. So there's my gun, and we're gonna pop in some of this here. Echo blade never got hot. Nothing got hot. Everything was smooth. We used a couple different instincts. Saber never got hot. Put some Zoom 45 color in this one. And I'll spray it on this card here real quick first, and we'll see what we're getting. That's quite a fine spray there. So let's get down to business. Maybe I'll go back to POV so you guys can see this a little better. So let me just switch back to POV. Put you right here. Bang, bang. And we're going to hit my man up real quick. Okay, we're back in business, guys. We locked in. We locked in. We loaded. We ready to go. All right, let's start right here. If you guys get this color somewhere you don't really want it, it's okay. We will refine it with a very sophisticated piece of equipment, a Q-tip. Not a big deal if you get the color somewhere you don't want it. All right, let's get this part right here. I want this to be pretty sharp. Right here, I also want this to be pretty sharp. All right, we got a pretty interesting thing going on there. Good looking design. Let's darken that area above it. Let's go ahead and let's get his front edge up on point here. We'll do the same thing. Coming together little by little. We will be going to Fort Worth Barber Supply teaching a class literally this weekend. So we will be having a class in the Fort Worth Barber Supply location this weekend. The plan kind of changed a little bit, guys. We were going to be doing it in Oklahoma City, but something happened, and we're doing it at Fort Worth Barber Supply's venue. So that's where we're gonna be. That's where we're gonna be this weekend, and we're gonna have some fun. So if anybody wants to join this class, it's hands-on. You'll get a mannequin, and we're gonna go through some really cool stuff. It's a whole different curriculum that I had planned out, and we're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna go through it. Just want to run the gun out, really. There we go. Nothing left in the gun. I'll show you guys real quick, like, what I like to do. I'll take a little bit of aftershave here. It's actually my favorite scent of aftershave. This is Johnny B. PM, I think. Yeah, PM. I'll spray a little bit in here until we get that full. I'll spray this out. And in that way, my gun don't get clogged and I don't wind up with issues. The moment I'm done, I literally don't even want to put this down until I do that. If I got to add some more color, I always can, but I would much rather do that and not have an issue than wind up, having an issue. So, all right, we'll go through and we'll clean up his line a little bit. The razor. We got to clean up the design just a tiny bit right there, so let's grab a comb. Be cool if we could get 100 thumbs up before this is over. Obviously, this was a lot of work, and doing it live here adds a whole nother element. Not many people really want to go live and do designs like this. Let's grab our trimmers. All right, we're going to use our aftershave now, and we're going to grab a Q-tip. Here's kind of the moment that you get to see it all really come together now. So now, anywhere that you didn't want there to be color, you can go through. You can just kind of clean this up a little bit. So if you got it somewhere you didn't want it, I want to make sure all that's nice and clean. What you think, bro? Crazy, right? Awesome, bro. All right, I'm going to bring you guys in for a closer look here in just a second. And that's the design, man. What do you guys think? Double tap the middle of the screen before you leave us today. We really appreciate it. We got my man all enhanced up. Let's get some curl stuff in his hair. Let's go ahead. Let's style them up a little bit. I'm going to put you guys over here. I can see what you're saying. Drop some comments. If you guys got any questions, if you guys want to, know anything, just drop some comments and let's go. And what I'm going to do here, I want to curl up his hair a little bit, so I'm going to use some lava clay. And this is going to make his hair curl up like crazy. I think that'll be kind of a cool way to finish this one off. We'll use a little bit. Got a feeling that this hair is going to soak this right up. He's got a lot of hair, bro. I'm thinking like wear it messy, curly on top, bro. Push it back a little bit off of your edge up some. Let's check out the fade. Fade looks clean. Edge up looks clean. All credit to Stylecraft Tools. We used a bunch of tools on this one. Love how that made that curl. If you guys want to check that out, that's Johnny B. That's lava clay. That's a really good product right there. Create a look like this pretty easy. Any little hairs that are maybe sticking out over my edge that are not going with the flow, we'll cut them off. Again, your edge up doesn't, like, don't obsess over making your edge up perfect to the point where you start pushing it back too far. That's always a no-no. We don't want to do that. And let's bring you guys in for a little bit of a closer look here. That's why I got this light right here for this purpose exactly. So let's go ahead and we'll turn this on real quick. Young man, you're just about done, dude. We're going to get you out of here before you turn 18, hopefully. So we'll get you guys in close for a closer look. You guys can get a better idea of what it actually kind of looks like. Get my man cleaned up over here. Oh. Here we go, y'all. Y'all ready? This right here. And that's our design, guys. So it's gonna look like that from the front. Super curly, the texture. We got pretty cool looking fade. It kind of comes in before the design starts. And then a pretty clean looking fade, y'all. What y'all think? All right, double tap the middle of the screen. I would love to get 100 thumbs up before you guys go. Appreciate you guys. Ian Watts, thank you, man. Pat the Barber. Chavism, not sure how to say that. Thank you. He said, it's St. Patrick's Day? Is it St. Patrick's Day? Is today St. Patrick's Day?
It was yesterday.
I think that was yesterday, too. I thought that was yesterday. But you're right, though. You're right that we're in the right month. We're in the right month. Appreciate you, Prime Time. Thank you, guys. And shout out to Stylecraft. We're supposed to be going live on Stylecraft's Instagram along with this. But unfortunately, that particular feed did not pan out. But we did get 7,000 views, you guys. We got 7,000 views on this live right here. So that's pretty awesome. I really appreciate. Whenever we can get 7,000 views in an afternoon, we will take it. So we will be doing a class, Fort Worth Barber Supply. Literally this coming Sunday, I will be in Fort Worth with my boys at Fort Worth Barber Supply, and we will be teaching a class right there. So if you guys want to sign up for that class, just check out the Fort Worth Barber Supply Instagram page, and we're going to be doing cuts in person, hands-on, and it's going to be some fun, guys. And now, because we're doing it at Fort Worth, we might even be able to change the curriculum a little bit and give you guys some extra time. So with that being said, appreciate my model. E5, dude. E5. Let's go. Appreciate my model for joining me. Double tap the middle of the screen to help me out. And this is the YouTube Barber Academy. For those of you guys who are not subscribed, please subscribe. We have over 1,000 videos to help you learn. And if you guys need to buy anything from Stylecraft, you guys can use my code Eddie. And anything from outside of Stylecraft, you guys can use my code Eddie10 with Fort Worth Barber Supply. With that being said, I'm out of here. Have a great day, guys. Peace.